Hi there, this is Nick Reyes with Emory University. Okay, so if you guys could just start with your names, what year you are, and what your majors are.
Okay, I'm Elena. I'm a sophomore. I'm majoring in human health, and I'm minoring in sociology.
And I'm Ben. I'm a first year, and I am undecided but leaning towards history.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So when you're thinking about your college recruiting process, what kind of qualities were you looking for in a university?
I think I was looking for a school that wasn't too big. I really like Emory's size. I'm from Chicago, and so I love that it's warm here. And I really just wanted a place that I felt like I could see myself going there. Like when I toured the campus, I really looked around at the people, tried to figure out the vibe of the campus and kind of the community. And so that was what I looked at, I think, the most, yeah.
I came from a high school that was really intense, and I felt that I wanted a school where people worked really hard, but also felt like there was more to life than just school. So I think that this place really fills that void for me, because while people care about their academics, they also enjoy life and have fun. Yeah.
Much better answer than I gave.
What does your typical school day look like?
I wake up, I go to work for like 2 hours. I work as a research assistant in the School of Public Health on campus. And then I will go home, hang out in my room a little bit. I'll go get lunch. It's Tuesday, so today I'm at the farmer's market. And then I'll go to either like 1 or 2 classes depending on the day. And then I will go to the library and study, and then get dinner, hang out with my friends.
My day looks pretty similar. I don't work in a lab, but I wake up. I usually have class in the morning. I'm more of a morning class person, and then I do my clubs and my homework in the afternoon, and I hopefully will have time to hang out with friends at night. Yeah.
What does your typical weekend look like? What's for fun to do around campus?
Sure. Yeah, you can do a lot of things for fun. You can. I like going outside into Atlanta. I like going to Centennial Park. I like going to Ponce. City Market, but also on campus there's a lot of fun things to do too. I like going to the Claremont Pool, which is not we have like 15 minutes away, so that's really fun.
Awesome. And last question.
Sure.
If you could give one piece of advice to
You guys can go ahead.
So if you could give one piece of advice to any incoming freshman at Emory, what would you give them?
So you should be individually.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Like it both. So academically and socially, like just like understand that most people are as like awkward academically and socially as you are, and if you kind of just embrace doing you, then it will go a lot better. I know that's like a little cheesy, but it's true.
I'd say don't be afraid to try new things.
But that's cheesier.
It's cheesier, but there's so much on campus. There's so much to do, and like I was so afraid to like go to club meetings. I remember there was a club that I wanted to join, and I like walked into the meeting and I didn't know anyone and I just walked out. So like don't be afraid to do that, because there's so many things on campus and it's so easy to get involved and everyone wants you to get involved, and yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you both very much.
Thank
Great.
My name is Adesla. I'm a junior. I'm studying political science and English.
Awesome. Okay. So thinking back to when you're looking at universities, what qualities were really important to you that a university had?
I think like a sense of community. I knew that there are like huge, massive public schools that my older siblings had gone to that they really loved, but they didn't really feel like a part of it as a whole, because there's like little niches that they were a part of. But it's difficult to feel connected to like 30,000 other kids. So I knew I wanted to go somewhere smaller where there was like a sense of community.
Awesome. And how does Emory create a sense of community for you?
Well, I have a job at the Center for Women, and I know that like my bosses and the people that I work alongside have been really lovely and important to me. We plan programs, which I think like different communities come to, and in itself it's its own community. So I think like getting involved on campus has helped me find different communities that I really like. Plus, Emory's much smaller than other schools. I think we have something like 6,000 undergrads.
What does your typical school day look like?
I wake up in the morning, I go to work for a few hours. I'm also an editor at the paper, so I have to like edit a few articles.
Okay.
I like edit like the film reviews. Then I go to class and I eat food, and sometimes I watch TV. That's pretty much the whole day.
And on the weekends, what's your typical weekend look like?
I host a radio show, so sometimes I do that. I really like going to the movies. But typically if there's any like cool art things happening around Atlanta, I go. Like not a lot of people know this, but Atlanta has like a really bustling do-it-yourself punk scene. So I'll go to a lot of the underground punk shows. Not really because I like punk music, but I think the people there are really nice. Other than that, I always watch Saturday Night Live with my friends, and Game of Thrones with my friends on the weekends. Sometimes I go to parties.
Awesome. If you could give one piece of advice to an incoming freshman at Emory, what would you advise them on?
Be patient with the process. I think a lot of people look at college as like the consolation prize for like whatever difficulty you went through in high school. But I remember arriving day one and thinking that everybody would just be like these brilliant, glittering versions of themselves. But everybody who's like a college freshman was a high school senior 3 months ago. Like it takes time. I think to be comfortable with yourself and to find places on campus where you feel that you belong. But like don't give up on yourself, forgive yourself, and like keep trying and putting yourself out there.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
That was awesome.
Do we like shake hands?
So what kind of resources can you find here at Emory?
Well, at least personally, I'm really involved in a lot of the research and academic outreach. So the office of like the undergraduate research program here really gave me a door into like what it is like for research, and also a lot of the departments, like not only the biology, but I've been working with other academic departments, and they've been very receptive to having different like outreach activities. So that's how I felt I was academically engaged at Emory.
Okay. What does your typical school day look like?
So basically, so I live at a Claremont campus, so I'll be commuting to the main campus here for classes, and between classes I would be also working in lab, so it's kind of between school, lab, and also hanging out with my friends. Sometimes we'll get coffee, just like hang around campus.
And on the other end, on the weekends, what does a fun, typical weekend look like for you?
So usually on the weekend we would try to explore Atlanta, so we go into downtown, midtown, explore the Beltline. And also sometimes we'll be around campus just to find some good food and just chill. Yeah.
Awesome. So, what's one piece of advice that you would give to an incoming freshman at Emory?
So one advice I would like to give incoming freshmen is that don't be afraid to explore the opportunities here. Everyone here is very friendly, and if you can try your best to open yourself to opportunities, then you will have a great experience here at Emory.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
My name's Ronnie. I'm a senior here and I do business and environmental science.
Awesome. When you're looking at universities to apply, what made you stand out to choose Emory?
Yeah, so I actually applied early decision to Emory and I was kind of obsessed with the college application process in high school. I was like looking at schools that were I was just looking at a lot of different options, like big, small, and really wanted to find a good fit. And I really liked how Emory was near the city, but I didn't have to like walk around in gross streets every day. We have this beautiful campus. I came in undecided, so that was really helpful for Emory, and it allowed me to double major. And I didn't know I wanted to double major for 2 years, so that was pretty helpful. And then I also just liked the campus experience. I was in Dobbs freshman year, which was great. Tiny, but great.
So what does your typical school day look like?
Yeah, it's really changed a lot throughout the years. Freshman and sophomore year, it was mostly going to classes, studying between, spending all my time on campus. But now that I've gotten a little older in my experience, I spend more time off campus. Now, this semester I underloaded. I'm in like 3 classes, so I spent a lot of time in Atlanta doing a lot of other things and not having to have as many classes, which has been nice.
What's one piece of advice you would give for someone incoming to Emory as a freshman?
I would say this might sound bad coming from the end, but grades don't matter as much as you think. You don't need to stress yourself out about it or like spend all-nighters in the library. Like, you made it this far, you're gonna be okay.
Awesome. Is there anything that you would say in addition to someone looking and picking universities for the first time?
It's an exciting time of your life. There are a lot of options out there and a lot of opportunities out there. Yeah, don't feel like you have to go in any one direction because anyone wants you to. Like, hopefully it can be mostly your choice and you can take advantage of all the opportunities.
One last question. How does Emory create a sense of community for you?
Yeah, Emory does a great job. I think there's a community in a lot of the residence halls. There's community in a lot of my like majors, there's community. I work at the farmers market every week, and so all the people here have been amazing to me. I think really anything you get involved in, you'll find people that create community.
Awesome. Great, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Your major is?
Hi, so my name is Kevin. I'm a junior and I'm studying neuroscience and economics.
Awesome. So thinking back about when you were picking universities, what kind of qualities were you looking at?
So when I was choosing schools, I definitely wanted a place near a major metropolitan area, and I really enjoyed the city of Atlanta, so I think that's one of the big things that drew me to Emory. I come from a small town, and so I know being near a major city just gives you a lot more things to do, concerts to go to, shows, different markets and different restaurants, and it's really an improvement on the experience, I think.
Awesome. How does Emory create a sense of community for you?
I think Emory really encourages students to kind of create their own communities. There's a lot of instances where the university really pushes students to kind of form groups around topics that they're interested in and different kind of hobbies and extracurriculars. And so I think that's really how I found community at Emory, just kind of the way in which the university supports all of these different student groups.
Awesome. What does your typical school day look like?
Okay, so I'll typically wake up anywhere between like 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. depending on how early my class is. I'll go to a couple classes and then break for lunch, do a little bit of homework throughout the afternoon, go back to class if I have to. Otherwise, I typically start working at around 4:30 to 6:30, and then I'll usually work out after that. Typically, I'm on the club swim team, so I'll go for a swim with the rest of the team in practice and consider that my workout. Afterwards, sometimes I'll have meetings later in the evening, either with my supervisors at work or for other clubs and organizations, and then the rest of the night is just finishing up any homework.
Awesome. And lastly, if you could give one piece of advice to an incoming freshman at Emory, what would you advise them on?
It would definitely be to be open to changing parts of yourself and exploring things that you never thought that you'd be interested in, just because the things that I do now were not things that I did in high school, and I think they've really kind of shaped my college experience in better ways than I would have thought.
Awesome. Thank you. That's a really good piece of advice.